Whoa, wait a minute. I think I left my consciousness in a 6 dimension. But I'm here right now, right now, right now. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. Um, what was I thinking about right now? Oh, I was thinking about the way I need a page on Wikipedia. Not one I made. I need someone at Wikipedia to write a page on me. There really isn't much to know, actually. And social media popularity, TikTok popularity is not the same as like being famous. But like that's the goal, you know? What do you want to be known for? For speaking shit. I really just want to be known for speaking shit. That's what I want to do for a living. Just speak shit. Ooh. Anyway. Some banana stuff, guys. I'm Ray and I have a podcast. That's such an iconic intro. Can somebody please comment down below? Comment right now. Such an iconic intro. Say it with me right now. Such an iconic intro. Some of you might find me cringe, but trust, I will be remembered. I'm not planning to die anytime soon, by the way. I just had a cup of coffee. Do you see how big this cup is? It's almost the same size as my face. Well, it is the same size of as my face. Well, I have a long face, so whatever. What I'm trying to say is, it is a big cup. Because I was feeling really sleepy at like around 7 o'clock. It's 11 now at night. Imagine, it's 11 and I had to wait until 11 at night to film because I live with tiny human beings. Well, my parents. I'm at my parents' house. My parents live with tiny human beings. And if you know anything about tiny human beings, is that they're very, very loud. They're loud. Loud. And they sleep also. They sleep late. I'm like, no, you're 7. Please make sure by 8 o'clock you're sleeping. No. 9, 10. These human beings are still awake. Whatever. I'm rambling. Guys, about a month ago, 2 months ago, I don't know. There was a video I posted on my TikTok account, and I don't know, I saw a video speaking about like how insane it is. No, maybe it wasn't a video, maybe it was a comment, because most of my videos just come from me reading comments, and every time I read a sly comment, I post something that I know. Like I just post out of emotion, like angrily, but I don't regret any that I post, nothing. But like most of the things I post just come from me reading other people's comments and just like me adding onto it, or just like a rebuttal or whatever, so I think I read a comment. It said, oh, it's crazy for teenagers to drink to be on birth control. What? Switch on my camera on TikTok. I'm like, gosh. No, it's not. You know what's crazier than teenagers being on birth control? Teenagers having kids. That's what's crazier than teenagers being on birth control. They're like, no, teenagers having sex. It's crazy, yeah, because if they didn't have sex, then they wouldn't be on birth control. Why didn't teenage pregnancy told me like guys, teenage pregnancy kalepila. Some of your mothers had y'all at 16. I guess why you have to go, oh, generation. One thing about me, I'm gonna preach safe sex. Whether you like it or not, teenagers are gonna have sex. They are going to. Laukas yiti. Batlo fitlela. And the more you tell them not to do something, the more I'm going there. So me going online and saying, No, it's not crazy for teenagers to be on birth control. It's me basically saying, no matter how much you guys don't like it, teenagers are always going to be sexually active. We're not the first generation. Well, I'm not a teenager anymore, but like I still feel like one. We're not the first generation of teenagers to be on birth control. Do you get what I'm saying? We're not the first generation of teenagers to have sex. I mean, we're really not. We're really not. But you know what? Drink birth control. I'm always gonna preach safe sex. I'm always. The teenagers are going to last. You know, they go online, they see other teenagers, they have money. And this and that. No matter how much you try. No matter how much you try, all we have to do is just preach safe sex and a safe lifestyle. You know, a 14-year-old will be in a club. She's 14, she looks 25. Point is, 14-year-olds are in clubs, they drinking, this and that. All we have to do is just preach safety. Safety, 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 safety. And me getting online and going, oh no, I don't think teenagers being on like birth control is like crazy. I just think teenagers having kids is much more crazy than teenagers being on birth control. Because no matter how much we try, teenagers will never stop having sex. Our generation do you get what I'm saying? Some of y'all, like teenagers choose. Some teenagers don't choose to be sexually active. It's a choice making for them. And by that I mean like rape. Do you get what I'm saying? Motho wa tlhahella o pregnant. Tshwantse a itse ka di-abortion. Tshwantse a itse ka this and that. Like what they protect are from these things, man. You protect yourself. Like I'm not saying rape. I'm not condoning rape. But I'm saying if you're on birth control and then you happen to be sexually assaulted but you're on birth control, it's just like it makes life much more easier, because I feel like being on birth control is much easier than going to an abortion clinic. Do you get what I'm saying? It's much more easier than having a kid. I mean, everything's much more easier than having kids. I feel sorry for parents. Hadi. Oh. Ale phela boima. Mara ke lutlele botlhoko because ke bophelo ba le te khethetseng bona o nkutlwisisa. I think I don't feel sorry for parents. It's a choice you made. Now it wasn't a choice made for y'all. I mean, it was a choice made for y'all. You didn't make that choice for yourself. Bao kere sorry. Arieng counseling or peteka DM. Arbolele matata whatever. I get free kitla respond or whatever. Mara kenore ye counseling ya therapy. Mara as for the rest of y'all, hi, let the kids tse bophelo bo. So I ke ilutlele botlhoko. Mara ka le respect hampe. Speaking of sex, the topic of today is sex, you know, and I know my mom's watching right now and I can hear her voice right now. She's like, so I hope I got sex. Why is it so taboo? Do you get what I'm saying? For me, it's never been a taboo topic. I just don't feel comfortable talking about sex with my mom or my parents or family members in general. But like, it's never been a taboo topic. Like, I'll bring up sex randomly in our conversation, whether it's with strangers, this and that. I just feel like we should talk about it, and we don't talk about it enough. We do not talk about it enough. Ne? So malobanyana mo. Is it a day after yesterday? 2 days ago. I didn't get a day after yesterday. The day before yesterday. Sorry guys, my heart is beating so fast. You can't hear it, Ovi, but I can hear it in my ears, so I can't really hear what I'm saying like properly. Anyway, so the day before yesterday, I posted on TikTok. What did I say? Iragena Hanis. Remember how I said my mind. Damn. My mind moves at a very fast pace. It's moving now. It's moving. I just had coffee. Yeah, boy. And coffee makes your anxiety worse. Anyway, malabanyana mo ke postile mo TikTok ke re, my man. But he spoke immediately after the deed being sex. He sleeps immediately after the deed. He's on his phone immediately after the whatever. Hi Shabo, someone in the comment section commented, what is aftercare? I don't know how to describe aftercare. Well, aftercare after sex is like the practice of caring for your partner immediately after sexual intimacy. That is what aftercare is, you know. But people don't understand what aftercare is, because you know, le love a girl, let her relate, because lady love a girl, let her relate. Like actually feeling so fast, stable love lives here, nyor. After sex, you guys, there's certain, I've spoken to lover girls that go, I never feel good after sex. Like the deal is fine, it's good, sharp, satisfying. But like immediately after, I feel used, I feel dirty, I feel irritated, I feel angry with myself, I feel this, I feel disgusted, whatever. And often when somebody tells me that, I'm like, what did your sexual partner do immediately after the deed? Like, what did they do to reassure you? You get what I'm saying? Because that's what aftercare is. It's a sense of like just reassuring you mentally, or you know what, I don't just use your body to satisfy myself or whatever. And most of the time, so after like, I clean a garden. After playing in the garden, guys, you must clean up your toys. I clean a garden, hare, go shower, pee, whatever. Dula luena. Like, and when I want to or adule, like, or warobale immediately after, or umo, cigarette, or, damn, I'm gonna need to add subtitles to this. Give subtitles, saying mar. Anyway, hi Shab. Basically, what aftercare is, like, Lenadi love a girl, like talk aftercare, because like talk a reassurance. You guys, lover girls need reassurance after sex, after sexual intimacy, whatever, and men don't know about aftercare. They barely know how to make us orgasm. Men suck at sex. Let's start there. So how do I even begin to like teach them what aftercare is? Most of my sexual encounters have been so unsatisfying, and I tell them, "Get on, won't see you Anyway, that's not the point, But now I eat aftercare. Abaiti to satisfy abasadi. Next, and basically the basic form of aftercare is usually men like baba eating, baba experience nyana, 5-10 years of experience. Usually they clean the garden and tell you to go pee, they make you shower. By the way, girls, after having sex, please pee. You have to pee immediately, because urethra, the little canal where the pee comes out, is really, really close to the vagina, and it's like right there, you can see it. It's like right there. And it is very prone to getting infections. It is very prone to like getting infections. And you peeing and showering or doing whatever, like clean yourself down there, helps a lot. You don't want to wake up the next day with a fucking UTI. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's not cute. You don't want to wake up and then your pee burns or whatever, like, because that part is very prone to getting an infection. So after sex, please pee immediately. That's the first thing you should do. Go pee, shower, and then get in the bed and cuddle. Cuddling is another form of aftercare. After the kolomaga, whatever, change the sheets if you have to, whatever. After that, cuddle. Another form of aftercare that men do not understand is feeding her after you have made her sweat. This is a workout, mind you. What do you do after the gym, boys? After the gym, akrelaja. Benong, officer Jimmy sangwana batho. How much is Matata? Hi, no, Benong, sangwana batho. Like a batho, like a botoro. Sangwana batho. Kabbalas come to tools like a bottle. I'll be very disappointed in you if you do that. Skibo rebel pale. Anyway, another form of aftercare is like basically feeding her. Mojese, you guys cuddle, read together, watch TV together. Another form of aftercare that is very important is communication. Please talk. A lot of men actually hated when women like, which is why women will always choose the bear. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we choose the bear based on a lot of reasons, but also men are not caring. They do not know how to be intimate emotionally and mentally. They only know how to be intimate physically, which is crazy because for women we can't really separate our emotional intimacy from our physical intimacy. We cannot. Some can, most of us can't. But men, our connection. Men have a really low IQ and a really low EQ. They're not really smart beings, but whatever. We still choose to deal with them. And men really hate it when women are like immediately after off. Whatever, this and that. Like, you should hear men talk about sex. It's really disgusting. And then you should hear women talk about sex. Do you get what I'm saying? There's such a difference. Anyway, so men really don't like to speak, but like that's another form of aftercare. If you feel like, I mean, guys, it's free. It's free. Would you rather have a conversation with her after sex or buy her flowers or make her food? Like, come on, pick one. It's either you gonna talk to her after sex or make her food or clean her or shower with her or whatever. Some form of aftercare must take place. Some form of aftercare must take place. Cooking after sex is really, really taxing. Because you've just worked out. You've put your best work in. And then ulo or mama pela gesto for happy. You know what I'm saying? Hola please. So because that takes less of your time and energy. And nababang, you hoes, talking to the men who are hoes. Ho isang bana ko di hoteling, and then never want to grab breakfast in the morning. King tanato. I don't know why Artemis is gonna stay single for the rest of her life. Labon. This is why I'm gonna stay single for the rest of my life. We'll grab breakfast. You wake up to a text in the morning. Ding. Moskifisa hotel. Kaifisa. Kadlal. Anyway. Can't we get mo? So like talk to her, have like start a conversation, a meaningful one. Like, how was that? That's a good question to ask. Some men thank women after sex. Like, thank you. That was very good. That's, I would like to be thanked. Mainly because I have a praise kink, but that's not the point. I would like to be thanked, and I would like to be complimented on the way I look, and I would like to be complimented on my performance. That's, yeah. 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 Am I asking for a lot? No, I'm not. This is the bare minimum. Sis. I need to see Lolene. Hi. Hi. I need to see Lolene. Yeah. So basically that, guys. After que importante. Importante. You don't want to feel like, one never wants to feel like sex is takes more than it gives in their lives, you know. One never wants to feel like after having sex it feels like I was just robbed, my soul has just been robbed. Like no one ever wants to feel like that. Like no one ever wants to feel like that. So important. Do what you will with what I've just said. I don't even remember half the things I just said in this convo. We're not even having a conversation. Look at you talking to a camera and a fucking mic. Anyway, guys, I've had a lot on my mind lately. One thing I've had on my mind, you know, hey, I don't want to reveal a lot. There's people in life who, obviously, we all choose our paths in life. Each and every choice and decision we make contributes to the path we are on. Né? And it contributes to where we're going in life. Right. So people who make really bad choices and people who make really bad decisions and don't feel like they're making bad decisions. So you know when someone makes a bad decision, let's say like a 15-year-old gets pregnant and then she gets pregnant again at 17, you know, and removes how, why would you get pregnant again? And they don't have a good reason. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's because Ababoni wrong in what they are doing. Like imagine having no matric and unalangwana. How do you not have a matric and have a child to like make it make sense? You know, at least if I matric pili and then you can go do what you want to do, you know, since your womb is very cheap. I'm not saying it's cheap. That's exactly what I'm saying. But what are you gonna do about it? Anyway, I really need to work on like not insulting people, but that's not whatever. So when someone makes bad decisions and they continue to make bad decisions, and because they don't feel like what they're doing is wrong, you know, when someone makes bad decisions and they don't learn their lesson because they don't feel like what they're doing is wrong. But then these kind of people always have like a mind. I don't know how to word this because I don't want to like, you know, add to people or like, you know, these kind of people always feel like the world owes them something. You know, and after obviously bad decisions lead to a hard life, and when you have a hard life, you're gonna complain a lot. But like you can't complain because these are decisions that you made and you knew what you were doing when you were making these choices. Do you get what I'm saying? And then you get to this phase in life more, in my language, but you know, you've hit rock bottom. And then, but the difference between someone who's hit rock bottom and has hope, and you know, and someone who has hit rock bottom and like has a sense of entitlement, is that the one that has a sense of entitlement never feels like, you know, you can get back up. They're waiting for someone to save them. And like I've always had a mentality of no one's gonna come save you. You know, homeless, no money, nothing to my name. I don't have any possessions, nothing. You know, the kind of mindset I have is that the only way to go is up. Whereas someone who makes bad decisions and these bad decisions lead them to rock bottom, but like they sitting there and waiting for someone to save them. You know, like but oh, and things they'll say is because most of them are unemployed. Let's be honest. So things they'll say is, "Yo, it's a 350A government. Enough." Or like they'll say things like, nah, I'm poor and the world does not give a fuck about poor people. The world does not give a fuck about anyone, to be honest. The universe doesn't give a fuck about anyone. You know? And the difference between successful people and people who have hit rock bottom, and you don't have to be rich to be successful. That's not what I'm saying. There's a difference. The difference between people who are successful and people who are rich, have hit rock bottom, is that they know that the successful people know that the world does not give a fuck about anyone, and no one gives a fuck about anyone. The only person who has my back is me, so I'm going to continue to have my back, and I'm going to continue to make decisions that will benefit me. And then the person who's hit rock bottom will say, the world does not give a fuck about me, but continue to make decisions that are detrimental to their path. At least the path they want to lead, not the path they're on. I have no idea what I just said. And I have no idea where I'm going with this point. What I'm trying to say is, no one's going to save you. No one's going to save you. No one's going to save you. I need people to get out of this mentality of entitlement. I need people to stop feeling entitled. I need people to stop feeling like somebody has to save them. Like, that's not how life works. That is not how life works, you know? Blaming everybody but yourself. Nah, it's because I grew up poor, that's why I'm... What? Do you know how many people have grown up poor but have managed to pull themselves out of their situation? Nah, it's because I didn't have a dad, but that's why I have 3 kids at 18. What? Blaming everyone but yourself. I hate it so much. And I know a couple of people who have this mentality, and it pisses me the fuck off because and outly Federe, they put on a facade, trying to present themselves to society in like a way, like they try to present a lifestyle they do not live at all. Do you get what I'm saying? Or like, plan plan. Yeah. Everyone has a plan. Even people who have made it still have plans. You know, even people who have made it still have plans. I'm not saying I've made it, but I'm just saying, even people who are not poor or haven't hit rock bottom, Ronaldo plan I fail. After you achieve this goal, there's another one. After you achieve this goal, there's always another goal to achieve. Always have a goal. Always have one. After achieving this one, be in have a goal and work towards it. After this, yeah. Come on, go. Do you get what I'm saying? Nix. Young silly until it wasn't in my previous ep. No, I think 2 episodes ago I said if I don't get what I want, all hell will break loose. And I meant it. And one thing about me, I go do more and expect people to bring me opportunities, or opportunity if it's more now. I'm not gonna expect things to fall into my lap. I'm gonna go grab those things. But I'm the firstborn daughter in an African household, and I'm the only daughter in an African household. I grew up without freedom. I had to grab it by the hands. Niggas na yona. People who know. Understand. But don't re batho ba bantsho. Yona freedom as banyana ba bantsho a rena yona. And you grab it by the hands. You grab it by the way you've grabbed your freedom from your parents, the way you've grabbed your freedom from your family, the way you have broken. You broke yourself away from those shackles. Break yourself away from these shackles that are holding you down now. Please, I want to holding down. I think as motto, I want to you holding down. And if you letting fix it now. But don't. Hi. How? But don't. Guys, please go and get the things you want. It's aqua auditi. I think mutaloring. Excuse me. Tsara into ash. Ashi. Tsamay lata. And o fostele mo bophelong bo. O fostele. E motho tshwantse a fostele mo bophelong bo. Tshwantse o fostele. One thing my mom told me is that tshwantse ke fostele. Na ke a fostela mo home. Ke a fostela. Kre ke iputse ke mara timi zo fostela botlhoko bjana. Fostela. She's been fosteling her whole life. You know, it's a fostela. Fostela. And go grab that opportunity though. Guys, hey, grab the things you want. Tsamori tsia dilo tso wa di lata. Ha ona motho tlo tlisetsang dilo tso di nyakang mo bophelong. Tshwantse o di lata, you grab them by the hands. No one's coming to save you. I think no one is coming to save you. I think living right. Episode fedile. Ke nna o ke bolela thata ke a konkoretsa. Hey. Episode. Have I been stuttering a lot? Let me know. I feel like every time I stutter, I just switch to my home language because I don't stutter in my home language at all. I stutter a lot in English because, it's like my third language. But, yeah, speak it fluently. Not really. I mean, I speak English fluently. But, like, I speak my other languages so much better than English. I don't stutter in my other languages. And that's that. Bye, guys. I hope you enjoyed the